Hey everybody, you know what's really awesome? Aside from the obvious, which is my tiger suit. It's awesome. But also it's very obvious. It's hard to miss me wearing this thing. But anyway, no. What's really awesome is this. 2020 Morphos Petnat. I'm going to turn it upside down just to make sure that I can't really see any stuff in there. It's a little cloudy. Anyway, just to make sure that's all mixed up. So this is Oyster River up in Warren, Maine. This is a blend of Seval and Cayuga that they make a Petnat from. Petnat is when the wine gets bottled during its initial, primary fermentation, when the yeast is just eating the sugar from the grapes and producing CO2 and alcohol and all that good stuff. And this is what the yeast looks like when it's doing it. It's going crazy. And so what a winemaker does to make a Petnat, they put that crazy fermenting, bubbling wine into bottles, and they try to time it just right so there's enough sugar left to make the wine fizzy, not still, enough to make it fizzy, but also not so much sugar that the wine explodes, because that's bad when your bottles explode unexpectedly. I'm going to try and make this video quickly so that my hands don't get too cold and I don't lose feeling. This tiger suit definitely gives me a level of protection from the elements. It definitely has a sort of an aura about it, as you can literally see from it glowing. So this is a blend of Seval and Cayuga, a pair of American hybrid grape varieties that were grown by the Doyle family vineyard on the west side of Seneca Lake. And so to make this, Brian actually drives out there in his lovely, wonderful old GMC cab-over box truck and loads up I don't even know how many tons of fruit, and then drives back from upstate New York over here to Maine on all those crazy little back roads across through the mountains. And the wine, so the grapes are grown for him and harvested sort of at the time, according to his specifications and everything. So it's relatively earlier harvest and stuff. But the grapes effectively get some skin contact in that drive across those states, because they're in the big, I don't know what they're called, but the big tubs that you put grapes in that you can pick up with a forklift that are palletized. So the grapes are in there, grapes, skin's getting broken, juice, yeast is starting to kick off and do the fermentation. So it gets some skin contact. Then Brian gets it back here, puts it into the winery, presses it off, and puts it into the bottle. That's basically how it goes. And I forget at what time, when exactly that happened. I remember seeing his Instagram posts when he was driving out there to pick the grapes up. Anyway, just released end of last week. Oh, that's so cool. It's a lot like last year's. Zippy lemon lime zest. Ooh, there's a nice little something different in the finish that comes in. Just prickly right now. It's it's fizzy, it's prickly, it's not super fizzy. It'll get a little bit fizzier as it's in the bottle for a while. What is that? Lemon lime, pear. It's very clean, quite refreshing. I mean, it smells like fermenting wine. It smells like being in a goddamn winery in France right now. That's what it smells like to me, because that's what it is. It's wine that is still fermenting. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of lemon and lime sort of zest to me. Apple blossom, some wildflowers. Appley, mid-palate. What else is that fruit? A little bit like white grapefruit, And then the finish is actually a little bit more savory. the finish, there's a little bit of like a almost like bready, like salty sort of thing on the finish that's there. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, this is so lively. This is so lively and like zippy and fun and alive. It's so cool to have something like this. It's bright and fresh and like tastes like spring and summer, and to be able to like, it was just released. It's still like fermenting in the bottle. It's so cool to be able to drink and have this at this time of year, you know, in a snowstorm, in a blizzard and everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump up in the air with this, and I'm gonna go back to shoveling now.